The buckets of blood and tears is not your choice. It's your way of death and the only way. Just go straight down, it's so easy to be the king of yourself. Just walk straight up and pick up the broken crown. So pick up the broken crown. So pick up the broken crown. Why am I alone in this? I push everyone else out. Don't look at me. It makes my head shake, makes me look weak. So people, so helpless, so I can't fall. It's so easy to be able to wait. So simple and pure energy. It makes my this time to win. I'll shake. I don't look so people any more the way. So pick up the broken crown. 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 People notice when I wave my hand up, remember of the stars. And I let them go, oh yes I let them go. But I know I'm not the only one. You see they wouldn't be there. The chasing banners and they turn loose. So long ago the Beatles. So pick up the broken crown. 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 Pull up the past and raise your fist. Show up what's driving your gears. Make them pay for all they've done. The scars, the buckets of blood and tears. That's not our choice. It's your way of death and the only way. Just go straight down, it's so easy to be the king of yourself. Just walk straight up and pick up the broken crown. So pick up the broken crown. So pick up the broken crown. Pick up, 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 pick up the broken crown. Pick up, 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 pick up the broken crown.
And we are back once again. I hope you enjoyed that chunky block of rock.
Tum Thumper. Wait, no, Thumpfluid.
Tub Thumper. That's Chumbawamba.
You are listening to ZTO Radio.
I have a friend in Baltimore that just started working at Amazon, and I guess I do have a Baltimore joke, but I'll do that later. He started working at Amazon, and his first day, he decided, I'm sorry. His first day, the thing he shipped more than anything were dildos. He sent 40 dildos in his first day of working at Amazon, and some of them had personalized notes like, "Have fun, Mary, ha ha," which is, it's weird. But he asked his boss why, and he told him it was because of Mother's Day. Now, not to give you guys a therapy session, but I haven't talked to my mom in 10 years. I can't imagine giving her a big old flopper is going to bridge that gap. Do you guys know what Pornhub and the Baltimore riots have in common? They both destroyed my brick-throwing arm. Thank you to the 3 people that got that.
We got that as well. I think we got
that. We hear you, Kolin.
We hear you.
Yeah, he is an interesting dude. I believe he works at a head shop, but he also is a professional skater of sorts. He's like really good at skateboarding. I guess he does videos and whatnot.
I'm too much of a wussy to be good at skateboarding.
You got to realize something like that.
I was really all about it, but never would do anything because I didn't want to hurt myself.
Yeah, I would coast around on a board every once in a while, but like to actually practice and do grinds and stuff like that, to get good at that, you have to fall down a lot.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. It's almost like tight wire walking or any other skill that's like that. Like you have to train.
Vulnerability, the genital region, just, yeah.
No.
You have to attempt it. You have to, there has to be that first time where you go for the rail. And
I guess if I was fully padded up and young, because I'm not going to do it now at my...
But even a cup doesn't...
Yeah.
When you twixt the rail, that's pretty serious stuff. It would take once of that before I'd be done skateboarding.
Or even to,
no more skateboarding for me.
The ones that amaze me are the pools, man. How the fuck do you just take yourself when you're fucking vertical, and then turn your entire body horizontal and stay on a thing that you're not connected to?
Yeah.
The physics of it don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And
if you don't commit to it,
yeah, you have to
fall down.
Board,
you have to commit.
But
to
I would
it.
be thinking about it too much.
I'm just basically leaning over to put my face into the concrete.
Yeah.
That's
when I freak out and then I fall off the thing.
No, I wouldn't.
So,
because it's either that or if you don't do that, you go backwards, which is the time where it rockets the board out from under you, and then you smack your head on the concrete.
I would definitely rather hit my front of my face.
You could at least put your hands down, do something to prepare yourself.
Yeah, you can't. If you fall backwards, you get a concussion. First of all, that would suck. I've never had one, luckily.
I've been knocked out before.
I have. I
feel like as a form of concussion.
I almost got knocked out.
This was playing the pass out game.
Oh, really? You played the pass out
game?
The legendary
freaking. Oh God! It's junior high.
Wow.
Somewhere.
That's not safe, man. That's not safe.
Duh! I know that now. And kids in the future, I'm like, it's stupid. You really shouldn't do that. It works. It works, but don't do it. Wait, should you tell them it works? Because it did. Right. It worked. And as I'm going backwards, I smack my head off the door jamb.
Right.
Because nobody was there, prepared. They do it. You know how you...
Yeah, you're supposed to be there.
You do it. And then there's supposed to be people there to catch you. They weren't... They never really worked.
They just let you drop.
We've tried it a few times. It never really worked. They just let me hit the floor. And then But it was like being in a dreamland for a long time. So long that you don't even remember what's going on. That's why I woke up not knowing where I was at, because I was I had started another life in magical fairy world. My life was going. I don't know. It lasted so long, and I said, oh yeah, it was only probably 15, 20 seconds that I was actually out before I got back with it. I'm like, well, it makes me think that time is relative, I guess, because it did seem like an eternity to me. By the time I woke up, because I was, not unconscious, but I was conscious the whole time.
There's an old saying that time only exists when you're looking at it. So, I only almost got knocked out one time, and it was by Jared Collins of Mississippi Bones fame. And we were stupid, and somebody had boxing gloves, which this is why I don't understand how people can do mixed martial arts, because I would just get my fucking ass kicked every time. But we were boxing, and I was trying to swing at him really hard, because I don't know how to box. I don't even barely watch boxing. The closest relationship I have to it's Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So I'm just swinging overhand monkey arm swings, because I'm a big dumb animal, and he's just bopping me in the nose constantly and blocking his face. So I'm hitting him in the back of the head, basically, or the side of the head, and he's just dinking me doom 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 doom, really fucking hard, 8-9 times. And then I backed up, and I was like, woo, motherfucker, shit. And I said, I'm done. I'm never fighting again. I'm retired. I'm hanging them up.
Yeah, I have never been, with my friends fighting with boxing gloves on, to where shit didn't get out of hand.
Yeah, it's not...
Every time somebody hits somebody, and they're playing around at first, and then they get hit too hard, and it's not a joke anymore, and then they're swinging full...
Shit gets serious real quick.
I knocked a kid's tooth out once, which wasn't... I felt really, really bad about it.
Well, I saw a guy... I'm not going to name names. We were working out at the there used to be a place you could go here in Hardin County and detassel corn for a very good wage as a young kid. Like I think it was $9 an hour or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of kids used to do
but
it.
it was shitty work. It was like slave work, and you felt like you were in slavery, walking up and down the rows with mud on your feet, like 5 pounds of mud on each
But
foot.
when you went to spend that money.
Yeah, as a kid who had no responsibilities, like having that much money, I bought a fucking TV, a PlayStation. I was just buying shit. I was like, I got money. But I saw a kid out there. They had a trampoline. We'd sit on it to eat our sandwiches and shit at lunchtime. And I saw a guy give another guy the Stone Cold Stunner, and he actually knocked him out. Because on a trampoline, think about it. He grabs it, he kicks him in the stomach.
Yeah.
Grabs him by the head. He jumps down on the trampoline. The trampoline rockets him up into that guy's chin. So it's like a super powered fucking Stone Cold Stunner. Knocked him out. Fucking busted his lip open and everything. And the kid had to go home, miss out on half a day's of work. And you don't want to miss out on half a day's of work.
Nope. When I'm missing half a day of work.
But let's get into something else here. Oh, a little throat problem there. Let's listen to some Black Order. They're a little heavy band, and this song is
Like
called
a little heavy band, or are they
they're
like
a little heavy.
A regular size? Are they a regular size band?
No
that's
matter
heavy?
how you say that, it doesn't make them sound good. They're a regular size.
Slightly heavy band.
Heavy band. They're a metal band.
Okay, I thought you were saying like a little.
They're
like
a
miniature.
little-
They're a miniature.
They're very
metal
small,
band.
but they weigh a lot.
Yeah,
They're like
how do they make those guitars that small?
okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyways,
I digress.
This song is "In Cold Blood."
Christmas movies. So these are Christmas movies that, like, to me, I have to watch every Christmas season. I fucking have to. Now, there are honorable mentions, and there are a lot of other movies, but these are my top 5. Top 5? Yeah?
Right. Yes. Top
Okay.
5. And I only did, like, movies. I didn't do, like...
Nope. So did I.
Okay.
Like, specials.
Right. Like, I didn't put Charlie Brown Christmas
Nope.
in there. I didn't put the animated Grinch in there because it's 30 minutes long. Like, I
Right.
actually did actual movies.
Yes. Okay. You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. So, my number 5 of Christmas movies that I have to watch is The Santa Claus, the Tim Allen version. Because there is another Santa Claus movie, which is a good one, but the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen one, I absolutely loved it as a kid. I love it now. I have to watch it every holiday season. So, yeah. I watched the second one's good. I think there's a third one. But yeah, the first one is definitely, that's my jam. Because Tim Allen, fuck yeah. Every time you go to Michigan, when pure Michigan, Ludington. That's what he talks about.
He talks about a lot of things, but that's one of them.
I know.
Number 5 for me is Home Alone.
Home Alone, very close to making my top 5.
I put it as number 5. I think because anytime it comes on and my husband is home, we're watching that for sure. That's like his, he told me before I left that is his number 1 movie.
Really?
He's watched it a million times.
Okay.
I've seen it a bunch of times, but that is his number 1 favorite Christmas movie. And my number 5.
Okay. Dude, no, Home Alone, very, very amazing. We watch it every year. But the thing is, though, we actually watch, like, 10, like a shit ton.
Right. Did you see that Macaulay Culkin has up on his website so he can change his middle name? And he put it up for a poll.
What?
So, like, the winner right now, what's winning is Macaulay Culkin. So, it would just be his full name and his middle name.
Okay, so...
And then somebody else, or I think, like, one of the other ones is, like, his brother's name as his middle name.
So, funny story. Like, I don't know all the details, but I know that right now on Twitter, I guess he's in a war with Devon Sawa. I don't know about what, but I don't know if you... Growing up, dude, I love Devon Sawa. Huge Devon Sawa fan. He
was in Casper and then Little Giants.
Yes,
he was
and Now and Then.
Yeah.
That movie was amazing.
He was like the little heartthrob, Tiger Beat.
Tiger Beat. I may have had some posters of him on my wall, but yeah, Devon Sawa. So I guess right now they're like fucking fighting on, Twitter or whatever over stupid shit. Like,
wasn't Devon Sawa in Final Destination?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, Macaulay Culkin, not that attractive, but you know what? He's funny as shit. He was in Saved. Have you seen the movie Saved?
No.
Oh my God. Who
was
was
that
in
on
it?
Netflix?
It's an old school movie. Was it Mandy Moore? Was in it? I don't know. I'm sorry if you're watching or listening. Saved. It came out fucking years ago. Amazing movie. Oh my God. I think it was Mandy Moore. I want to go with Mandy Moore.
Probably was.
I don't think it was Lindsay Lohan. Because...
she's a mess.
Because, she's Lindsay Lohan.
Did you see when Lindsay Lohan was, she used to date a Middle Eastern guy? So then there was a family with their kids and she thought they were being trafficked.
What?
So she was, talking to the kids, trying to get them to come in the car with her. And, the mom punched her in the face because she was she's trying to steal my kids. But she was, talking to her in this, weird, random Middle Eastern accent and kept telling them, to come.
Dude.
Over and over again.
That bitch is fucking delusional. But yeah, so anyway, go watch it. But no, they're battling on fucking Twitter. But I think it's all, fucking fun and games for, entertainment. But regardless. Okay, my number 4. Now, this is a movie that usually Usually I watch on Christmas. I wait till Christmas to watch this. But it's Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, okay.
And Turbo Man.
I like at first was
and
like
Booster. So every year, funny story is every year, throughout the year, I look for Turbo Men on eBay because they actually made a Turbo Man doll, and that was the whole premise of the movie. Was Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to get one for the kid and stuff, and then he became Turbo Man. So I actually look yearly because I want to buy one for Ed, and they range between $100 to $300.
Oh, whoa!
Every year. So I have not yet purchased one because I'm like, oh shit. But
so we got some new watchers.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Megan was excited about your cookies.
Megan
Hawk. Hauck.
Yes. Megan, actually, she works at the 5-3.
Nice.
Yes.
My sister's on now, and she says Santa Claus Conquers the Martians has got to be up there. And also Devlin Sawa Forever.
Yes.
Slackers was another good one.
Yes, Slackers was a good one.
Yes.
Ah.
I agree. Thank you, sister, for your input.
Ah. Fucking Devin Sawa. He was so cute.
He was.
Ah. But anyway, so that was my number. My number 4 is Jingle All the Way. Love it. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
Every year. I gotta watch it.
My number 4 is Elf.
We watched it last night or like a couple nights ago.
I love it. I think it's
so
hilarious. Good. Smiling is my favorite.
Spaghetti.
I love it too. Spaghetti. Yeah. I love it. I think everybody else can watch it and see. Will Ferrell's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Anything he's in.
I love
is
that
amazing.
He calls the guy from Game of Thrones.
Dinkler. Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yes. And fucking Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
From Next Girl, or New Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's in it. And it's a fun, good movie. And the mom, she's in everything.
Right.
But she was also in Last Man Standing, or not Last Man Standing, Last Man on Earth, which is one of my favorite shows, and took off the fucking air. Whatever. Yeah, dude, we totally watched it. It's a must. It's a happy movie. I kind of always get the like the jumblies when they're singing and Santa flies.
Yeah, and
off
all
and
the
stuff.
Christmas spirit. He needs a Christmas spirit to go.
I was like, they love Christmas. Everybody, don't be a dick.
I think even it's gonna be weird. Say it. No, I'm just saying, so I'm not religious at all,
well,
right?
Yeah.
Like, my little son is, he'll tell you that he is an atheist and he has absolutely zero belief in God whatsoever.
Okay.
My older son goes to Catholic school, and
but
he doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty much, agnostic. I believe he believes there is a God, and he talks about it, but he's not really down with the whole Catholic thing, right?
Fair enough.
So, with that, but I think, if people just let other people celebrate Christmas how they want.
Yeah.
Celebrate it as a reason to get together with your family and friends that you want to get together with.
Right.
And celebrate.
A belief of positivity.
Right.
Of giving and family and stuff.
Right. I think the giving part especially.
Absolutely.
If people just use Christmas as an opportunity to help someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually at work, we volunteered at Matthew 25 Ministries. I was born and raised a fucking Catholic, went through Catholic school, grade school, high school. But the older I get, I believe that I'm more Wiccan. I'm more, there's the earth.
Right.
There's a lot out there. But it's just I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to be Catholic because they just fuck too many kids, man. I can't.
Right,
it's as much as, my kid's school, I think it's a great school.
Yeah, you learn the learning process between a Catholic school and in a public school. Oh my God.
It's
Totally
definitely
different.
it's way different.
Yes.
But still, like, if someone was to call me and be like, Dade was selected to come do something for the archdiocese,
Right.
the archdiocese of whatever fucking city it is. Like, we live in Cincinnati, so
Yeah.
the archdiocese of Cincinnati. I'm not saying no. It is. They got charged. They got found out that they had kids. You know, that they had kids that were molested here in Cincinnati. And if they were to say, like, your son got selected and he's to go to, I'd be like, oh no, he's not.
Right.
I appreciate the offer, but
Yeah,
he's
dude,
busy that day. Because why? I don't know you, man. Like, the people that he goes to school with and, like, who are his teachers, like, I've met them all and I've known them for a long time. But I feel like when you have, I feel like it's Catholicism directly for me. Because, like, a lot of the other religions allow people to get married. They have wives, they have children. Can you imagine, like, you're listening to someone preach to you about how to be a faithful husband or faithful wife, and they can't do any of that shit? Like, how do you know? Like, you literally have not experienced any of this, and you don't know really what it takes to be able to do those things. And it's like, that's why they go and they do crazy shit, you know? And that's something I worry about.
Yeah. No, I fucking get it, you know? I was born and raised a Catholic, but it's just like, it's always something.
I think if you say Jesus is a reason for the season, and you see the thing behind Jesus is acceptance, like, if you look at Jesus in, like, a new light as being accepting of others, helping your neighbor.
Not even Jesus, though. Fucking, you know, Muhammad and Buddha. Like, all those.
You
like,
know, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to appease one group who... like, and it is, right? Because Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus, even though Jesus, like, he doesn't exist in, like, other things. But I'm just saying, like, the people who are very adamant about Jesus being the reason for the season, well, then why don't you do the Jesus things?
Right.
Help your neighbor, giving, being accepting of others, you know, love thy neighbor, hate the sin, right? Instead of just being so judgy about people.
And that's the problem. Everybody is so judgy about other people.
It's like help the homeless guy who lives under a bridge instead of taking all shit and throwing it into the river. Like, I just seen someone do that the other day.
What?
Yeah, it was, they put it up on Facebook. Some guy was running through a park, seen a homeless black guy, took and picked up all his shit and threw it into the lake. So it'd be like if you were running around Eden Park and they have Mirror Lake. Okay, right? Because that's how this park is. And then you see a homeless guy and you just take his blanket and shit and you take it over to Mirror Lake and you throw it in. So it's all soaked.
No.
Like, that's not...
Like, I don't...
Like, what is the point of that?
I don't believe in hell, but there's a special place in the afterworld for you. Like, that's just... Don't... Once again, don't be an asshole. I don't care what you believe in. Just be a good person.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Damn, this Christmas movie talk has got us ranty.
I know. It gets all like fucking religion and shit. Oh, side note though. Have you watched the newest season of Leah Remini Scientology?
Okay. No, I have not watched the newest season, but that whole religion's fucking insane.
Thank you. Well. So
that guy just made it up.
Dude.
That guy's a science fiction writer. And he's like, I'm the captain of this spaceship that came from space. And I'm the captain and I got all these captain medals.
Dude.
And I'm not real. It is totally a cult. It's insane.
So before this actual season started, she did a whole thing with Jehovah's Witnesses.
She joined Jehovah's Witnesses?
No. She had them on the show because I guess the Jehovah's Witnesses are so much like Scientology.
Right. Well, they don't celebrate any holidays.
No, but like the shit they
But it's
like,
the same thing.
the
like
scenes,
if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you're a bad influence.
Yeah,
and
you're going to go to hell. You can't be friends with anybody
that's
not
only,
a Jehovah's
That's
Witness.
one of the reasons why you can get a divorce. They accept that. If your person leaves like the church, you're allowed to get a divorce without any sort of, religious backlash because the person is not part of the church and now they're a bad influence on you.
So I don't know if it's still available because I have them all recorded. I think it's, is it A&E?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, though, it's before this first season, though. Like, I learned so much about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Like, Be a good person. I don't care what you believe in. Believe in being good. Just fucking... You know what? If fucking Armageddon came tomorrow, I'm good. I believe that I'm good because I'm a good person. So...
Right.
You know what? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I believe. So, I don't know. See? Christmas movies. Okay.
Your turn.
I'm sorry. I'm squeaking and
No, you're fine.
So, my number 3 is Trading Places. Look at you smiling. Is that on your list?
No, but I knew it was going to be on your list.
Why would it be on my list?
I just knew it was going to be. That's one that, for me, it's not a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
It's one of those. So, like,
yes.
It's like what we talked, like, to me, it's like I can watch Trading Places in March, and it has the same appeal to me as it does if I watched it December 24th.
See, and that's the thing. Like,
I don't see it as a Christmas movie, but if I was watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in March, I'm like, why is this on?
But it's so funny, though, because it's like Trading Places. Like, okay, so when Thanksgiving hits, I watch, like, Son-in-Law, and I watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's my Thanksgiving Day fucking movie.
That's also a Christmas movie.
No, that's a Thanksgiving Day movie.
No, that was I seen it on a list of 50 best. Oh no. What happened?
I don't know. I lost it.
Yeah, you lost me
we
too.
good?
Hello?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay.
You made us lose. I was like, all of a sudden I lost all my sound.
My legs pinched the fucking
cord and just killed our sound.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was on a list of 50 best Christmas movies.
Okay, so side note though, but it happens on fucking Thanksgiving.
I think because it continues on. Maybe.
No, it's on Thanksgiving. Anyway, but those are my Thanksgiving Day movies, which lead into all the Christmasness. But, yeah, Trading Places. Usually, it's one of my very first Netflix watching. You know, fucking. And they have Pops now.
I was at Michael's today and they had Pops there. A shit ton of Pops. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, Michael's has actually carried them for a long time, and there's been one exclusive to go to Michael's.
I know, I looked.
It was like a Wonder Woman. Exclusive. Yeah.
They didn't have anything.
They don't have anything important.
No.
Nope. But yeah, dude, fucking Trading Places, amazing. Eddie Murphy and fucking Dan Aykroyd together as one. And fucking what's her dick?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep moving in my chair and it's squeaky. I apologize, defect.
He'll listen to it. He'll go, it's fine. And then he'll listen to the audio and then he'll bow a lot and be like, you son of a bitch.
No, it's Heather. It's just Heather. But yeah. So, but yes, Trading Places, my number 3 Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. It is.
Okay, that was your number 3?
That's my number 3.
My number 3 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Go ahead, rant.
I'm not gonna rant because we've already watched it.
You took a deep breath.
It's growing up. Mm-hmm. So the frying of the cat on the electrical,
yeah,
it really fucked with me as a child.
Oh.
Because I really, really, really liked cats. Mm-hmm. And when the cat bit into the cord and fried it, I'm just like, I don't like this movie.
But that's
anymore.
real life.
No,
because you worry about your like rabbit and shit eating cords.
My rabbit has eaten my fucking old vacuum cleaner.
Right.
I have fucking electrical tape on the cord. But yeah, no, that's just, I don't know. It's a good movie. We've already watched it.
Yeah, just for me, growing up in a large family, and then we would always go to so my dad had my dad doesn't have any brothers or sisters, mm-hmm. and his mom didn't have any brothers or sisters. So he has no aunts or uncles, no cousins.
Okay.
And it's just him. No brothers, sisters, no nieces, nephews. But my mom has a very large family.
Yes.
So she has 5. There's 6 of them. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
So there are 6 or 7 of them, right? And they all have spouses, and they all have children, except for one.
Okay.
Right? He has no spouse, no children. But they all have at least 3 kids. Oh, I think maybe her oldest brother only has 2. But still, they still have multiple kids. So then, like, if you all get together at my granny's house, there would be a shit ton of people. And it literally is just like his house. It's chaos.
They just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's chaos. And then someone falls asleep, so they end up staying the night there. Normally me. Because they smoke like crazy, and my eyes would be burning out of my brain. So I would, like, go and get in my granny's bed and just fall asleep because I was just like, I can't take this anymore. But it was like someone would always fall asleep, and a toilet would get backed up, and then we'd be out of toilet paper, and it was like my granny would always be, like, throwing all the shit together for stuff. And then, you know, we would go to my dad's mom's house, and it's just her.
Right.
So it was, like, just us there. And it's the same chumps I see every day at home.
Right.
So it's, you know, nothing, like, huge. But going over to my granny's house was, like, a giant, like, dramatic thing. So when I see him, I'm like, oh, that's literally how it looks all the time. So it was just nice to see, because, you know, most of the time it's like this special, like, no problems, everything's fine.
Right.
And it's nice to see
that's not real life. Like,
a story where it's like this guy's going crazy trying to accommodate all of these people while also enjoying his holiday.
When the whole fact it's like, oh, you know, for work you're waiting for that bonus, and you're like, fuck yeah, and stuff. And what does he get? Fucking Jam of the Month.
Right.
Like, I'm not dissing Jam of the Month, but when you're expecting enough money to buy a swimming pool,
where, like, you've always gotten money like that.
Right.
You know, and then all of a sudden, so, like, that same thing almost happened to my brother. His company was bought out by another company. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, well, your contract is up at the end of the year, so you have to go someplace else.
Right.
Like, you either have to come back and work for the new company or get hired direct by Ford or go work for this, like, third-party place.
Yes.
Oh, that's a friend.
Yes.
So it's like he had to do that, and then he was like, oh, well, I'm supposed to get this bonus, but he doesn't know if in the future that company's still going to give the same bonus.
Exactly. Like,
and he was saying, like, you know, like, you do kind of like this 5 rocks thing. Like, well, for my work is 5 rocks, but like for him, it's like these goals and stuff he's supposed to attain. And like he was looking at some of the goals that they were going to give him, and it was like, you know, sell our product to somebody you work with. Could you imagine if you're like part of your job at Fifth Third was to get one of your coworkers to get a credit card?
What?
And all day long you guys were walking to each other like, hey, have you heard about the new Fifth Third signature card? You'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Right. Are you fucking serious? I'm trying to sell the same shit too. I'll sign myself up. You know, like, I'm trying to get that thing too. I'll just get my own credit card and then I'll meet that goal. And it was like, that's what they want him to do. I couldn't imagine that. Like, I would be so frustrated and flustered.
Yeah. Dude, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are we on? 3?
Yeah, so you're on number 2.
Number 2? Okay. Yeah. So, can I go to the bathroom? Can you do number 2?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be right back. I love you guys.
When she says she'll be right back, she legit is right back. I'm normally, like, just still talking about whatever the fuck I'm talking about, and then all of a sudden she comes back. I'm like, what the fuck? You wash your hands, sicko? No, not really. I just said that because she was leaving. So my number 2 is Polar Express. So I love Polar Express. I know it's a cartoon movie. It's one of the first Christmas movies that I love watching with my kids. And we've been watching it since it's come out. And now that they're teenagers and they're in high school and they're going to be leaving soon, anytime I see that movie, it reminds me of them. So that's why I love Polar Express. And she's not back yet. And normally she is. So I'll say hi to her friends. So there's her gym coach is watching from her page. So welcome to the thing. One day I'm going to come work out one time. But I live in Cincinnati. She got a lot of people watching on her page. So that's about it. Yes. So that was my number 2. I wish that I knew her number 2 and I could tell you too. Oh, she's back. Yes.
You said number 2. I went number 1.
Yeah, that's good. It's quick. It's weird just talking by yourself.
Oh, shit.
Like, I don't know how people do podcasts by themselves. Maybe that's why I hate,
can do it.
Like, I try to listen to Bill Burr's, but it's just like him ranting. And I'm like, this is what the inside of my brain sounds like all the time. Like, why would I want to listen to you, bitch, when I can listen to my own brain,
yeah,
bitch?
dude, I could totally talk myself. And, like, I'm like, hey, I'm fucking dumb. No, okay, I didn't hear your number 2. What's your number 2?
Polar Express.
Oh, that didn't make my list.
I said Polar Express because it's, like, one of the first Christmas movies I watched with the boys. Aww. And since they were little.
Yeah.
And now that they're growing up and they're going to be, like, leaving my house in just a couple years.
Aww.
You know, like, whenever I see it, it reminds me of them. So,
Hey.
sentimental.
So when are you gonna be a grandma?
Shut the fuck up. What? Fuck you. I'm leaving. I'm protesting this podcast. I'm canceling this.
I love you, but that was so funny.
How dare you?
I don't
like,
know.
never. Like, not for a long time. Like, they got shit to do. Like, they need to, like...
That's right. You hear, yes. Gage and Dade, fucking get your shit together.
They got shit to do.
Go to college.
Just fucking jerk off. Like, well, dude.
I know, but then not into a theme.
I know, but, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't want to be a grandparent. Like,
no, but you're,
like, I don't care. Like, I am jerk off into a fucking box of cookies for fun. I don't know.
I was just saying how amazing of a mom Jade is, because she's very like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Like, come on.
Well, I don't call them motherfuckers.
No.
To their face. Like, in the background. I'm like, this
but
motherfucker.
They're teenagers.
Well, I was just telling the story to Ed about, like, you know, they're boys, right? And they're always touching their penis. And, like...
penis! She says penis.
Well, to me, it's just like...
It's worse when you say penis,
well, that's the correct term. But it's just weird, like, what's wrong with your pee-pee? They're fucking teenagers. Like, pee-pee's like a 4-year-old
I know,
bird.
but
Like,
it's so funny.
Do you need to go pee-pee?
Why are you touching your penis? Like, it's hilarious to me. But
well, like, because you said Ed was probably touching his balls earlier because he was like, I don't know where Jay's hand's been when she was giving me something. And then she goes, I know where yours been, probably touching your balls. And
all
he goes,
boys touch their balls.
So Ed was like, it's my first toy.
Yeah, it's fact.
It was hard to give up.
Yeah.
So then we were just talking about how, like, my kids are always touching their junk and they complain about their balls sticking to their leg.
Yes.
And how I don't know what it's like to have a wiener. And, like, I understand that. But, like, when you're trying to do stuff and they just keep touching their, like, dick all the time. So finally I just go, is something wrong with your penis? Like, do you got something going on? Like, do you got the funk? Because they do sports. Like,
right.
they do the sports.
It's so gross.
Yeah, but they do the sports. So, like, what if someone's like, God damn it. So they're like, what is she saying? Yeah, but, like, it's like they do the sports. So, like, I worry about, like, jock itch or something, right? Like, that's a thing.
Dude,
like, I've never had
shit.
jock itch. I don't know how that rolls. So it's like when they're doing it, like, do they have jock itch? Like, is something? Because maybe they wouldn't know. But it's not like I check it out. So if he was like, dude, my wiener's itchy all the time, I would be like,
to your dad.
well, if he was like that, I'd be like, well, should we go to the doctor and have it checked out? And they would probably be like, oh, you know, but yeah, but they'll get panicked enough that they'll go, I need to get this shit checked out. You know, so it's like, they'll come and tell me, like, Mom, I think something's going on and I need to go to the doctor, and I'll take them.
So this is the only time that we're asking for creepy messages, is if you are a guy and you're listening, let us know. Like, do you I'm sure you all touch your stuff daily. Whether it's to rearrange.
Right.
It, like, to be fair, though, I don't have to... Once my boobs are in my bra, I'm good.
Yeah, but I'm never like, you know, my vagina shifted in my underwear and I need to move it.
Like,
but
I
at
don't
the same,
need to...
But at the same time, it's like a one piece, right?
Right.
But, like, dudes, they got, like, their balls that hang down. So
but
it's like, I can like, see if you, like, move and your pants shift and now your balls getting, like...
No.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to guess if I had, like, a couple things hanging down.
But the thing is, though, maybe they need different underwear, though. Because it's like bras, keep everything intact. Underwear, keep everything shifted in. Maybe guys just need...
Well, they got those new underwear that have, like, it like, sticks out a little bit, so you're, like...
It goes into
your
it,
three-piece set kind of falls into it.
Yes, I've seen those.
So it's like, it's not being choked up. It's, like, almost like having a cup on, where it, like, rests gently in this extra piece.
Right.
I think MeUndies had those, so if you want to buy those.
Yeah, I don't
We're not sponsored by them, but but if you use code word Rogan, you get 10% off.
But my whole thing is, like, guys are always constantly hand in crotch shifting, you know, Al Bundy, just whatevering.
Right.
You don't see us females with our hand in our pants or our hand in our bra, like, fucking just...
But I would like to say you do sometimes when girls are out, because they're wearing the push-up bras.
Well...
And then your boobs start to fall out the top.
But the thing is, though, I think a lot of times, though, like, side note, though, like, if my shit starts to shift, I'm not going to do it in front of people. I'm going to do it in a private setting to readjust.
I do that too, but like sometimes my bra strap will slip down off my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
So then I'll just be like this. And, like,
Well, I got
it.
uneven fucking shoulders because I dislocated one. But
We had that conversation 2
Yeah, we
podcasts
did.
ago. So if you want to learn about how Heather dislocated her shoulder, go check
Yeah.
that out over there.
yeah, do
2
that.
episodes ago.
Yeah.
I think it was the robot
Yeah.
one. Did we talk about? Yeah.
Yeah. So I apologize. This is going to be a long episode because we're already at fucking
2 hours.
2 and 8 minutes. So, and we're already at fucking 2.
206.
Are we at
On
2?
the podcast, yeah, 206.
Why no?
Someone made the comment you can't sit on your boobs, though, which is a valid point.
That's true.
So,
But it's like,
well, we're at number 1,
How-
so that's close.
how big do your balls have to be to sit on them? I mean, is it
That's
like different?
That's what our podcast is going to be called this time. How big do your balls have to be to sit on them? We just found it. So if you guys didn't notice, if you're
What?
downloading stuff on the iTunes
Right.
or from Stitcher or wherever, right? Because we're all over now. We're actually on people's websites.
We're like fucking Hep C, like everywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, people are sending letters home. Like, get your kid fixed up. Yeah, so I don't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah, sitting on balls.
Oh, yeah. So if you didn't notice, we're naming our episodes now. So instead of being like episode 18,
Right, exactly.
it's episode 18. You bought
Blah, 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 blah,
210 pounds of cat litter, of kitty litter. Or you can make a sex robot of your ex-lover.
The fuck?
Yeah. Or how desperate or how lonely do you have to be to marry a ghost? Yeah. So that's what this is going to be called. How big do your balls have to be to sit on them?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I've seen some balls in my day, but, you know, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm sure I've seen more
I've seen a
balls than
set or
yours.
two.
I've seen a set or more. But regardless, it's like, though, how big do you have to, like, sit on them? But it's like, you know, boobs are like when you're trying to run on a treadmill.
You gotta strap those down.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, dudes, they have no idea.
See, I understand it. Certain dude things, I don't understand it. But don't say that you're like, oh, it's so bad. No, you don't understand us. Because we have to deal with your bullshit and our shit. So, side note. Okay, so you did 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This isn't our shit.
No,
is like,
it's not scrolling. Look, it's
not
way down.
It's not scrolling, but things are popping up.
Would you like me to get up there real quick?
No, I don't at all, but I'm just saying, like, that's weird.
Yeah. No, I saw it just scroll. Is that not on there?
No.
Okay. So
No, but that's weird. I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking at it.
Do you
like,
want
I
to
don't
get up there?
No,
Are you
no.
sure?
Yeah, the episode's almost over.
Oh,
We're like
oh.
1.
Okay. You did 2, right? Did you do 2?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said we're on
Okay.
number 1. So
No, I'm on number 2. Remember?
Oh,
because
because
you
I
took.
went too.
So my
I did
number
too.
2, I have to watch every year. It's not a good movie. I don't care. Friday After Next. No, don't look. Once again, my love for Ice Cube. Growing up, I was very hood. Loved Friday. Loved Ice Cube. Every year I have to watch it. It's funny though, because my friend from Fifth Third that doesn't work there anymore, that got booted because of India. So I told her all the time, I was like, I'm going to take your black card because you've never seen Friday. She finally saw it and everything. But Friday After Next, it's the third one because it goes Friday, next Friday, and Friday After Next. Next Friday is the Christmas one. They get their money stolen, and the cops take their pot. And so they're trying to have a party. Holy moly
Donut
donuts,
shop.
which we went to in Detroit, and they shut down or whatever
for money laundering.
Yeah. It's so great. I'm so glad that we got
For
to
selling
go.
weed out of
so
it.
Great. I'm so excited. But yeah, so we went there. But no, that is the movie. It is so absurd and so fun. I love fun movies, and that is a fun movie. So Friday after next. It's the third one in the Friday series. If you haven't seen it, fucking see it. That's my number 2. Number 2.
Oh, do your number 1 because we
do my number 1. I already did number 1 before in the bathroom. Classy bitches. So my number 1, Scrooged.
That is a good one.
So Scrooged is Bill Murray, and it's the story of the whole Christmas Carol, where he's just, you know, this disgruntled just dick of a person.
Yes.
And then he has Christmas past say, hey, the fuck. And then they go through the present, the future, the past, and
so if you've ever seen A Christmas Carol,
it's the same thing with Bill Murray.
It's the same thing,
but
it's concentrated on Scrooge, and it's called Scrooged.
Every year, like, that is my top movie. It's usually on Netflix. I don't know if it is yet or not, but if not, I'm sure you can find it on Hulu or online or whatever. And actually, this year is the 25th, I believe it's the 25th anniversary of Scrooged, and they have a Blu-ray box set available. So, yeah, that is actually on my Christmas list for Santa. Yeah, so Scrooged, because Bill Murray in anything is amazing, and it's my favorite movie. Okay.
So my number 1 is The Grinch, the movie with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
So growing up, I used to watch every year The Grinch, animated, half-hour special, and I loved it, right? For me, Christmas and Grinch go hand in hand. And everybody knows the premise of The Grinch. It's someone who is just bitter about life, and then they meet someone who shows them that they can forget about all the bullshit and what Christmas is really about, and then they come around, and then they save Christmas. So everybody knows that premise. For me, that movie came out the year that my husband and I got together. It was, I believe, the first movie we actually saw together. And I think it was during that movie when I realized, like, he was my person.
Aww.
While we're watching that movie.
Aww.
So it's like, for me, you know, I grew up and I had a rough life growing up. And then when I met Dave, he's like a dreamer. Like, for me, I'm kind of like I'm a realist.
Yes.
But probably more pessimistic
than optimistic, yes.
Yeah, so like for me, like I have like high anxiety, and for me, the way I can deal with that is by thinking of all the horrible scenarios that could happen and having a solution for all of them. So whether or not they come true doesn't matter. I just know that whatever happens, I probably thought of it and I have a solution and we can get out of it, whatever it is. And it could be just dumb shit. Like, I think about stuff when I'm driving down 50. People cross over the line all the time. So I'm like,
and you're like, what if?
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, if they do this, then I'm going to do this. Or I'm going to do this. If they're coming at me, then maybe I might go. So, yeah, so I just start thinking through all this stuff. And Dave is more of this optimist dreamer guy. And he'll always just random, like, shit. And I'm like, that is so far-fetched. But he'll...
But it's like, what if? Like, it's all the positive, like...
But that's the thing that, like... Because he always has this, like, outlook of, like, this stuff could happen.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, for me, I'm like, this is what it is. And this is what I'm dealing with, right? Like, I don't ever really look ahead to the future.
Right.
Besides, like, where I want my life to be when I, like, finally retire. You know? Like, I imagine that moment. Mm-hmm. But, like, just the drive up to it, I think about, like, all the things I have to do. And, like, think about my kids and keeping them on track to be productive and... You know, knowing that when they're gone, they're not going to die or kill someone else or, you know, whatever the thing is. Like, so, you know, so to be with him, and it was kind of the same thing. Like, Dave is like my girl from The Grinch. You know, like, you've had a rough life.
Like,
and
you're Cindy Lou Who?
Yeah, he's my Cindy Lou Who. Like, you know, like, yes, you're bitter about life and you've... So well, it's like, you know, yeah, you're bitter about life and, you know, like, it's not like, you know, my whole life was horrible. Like, I worked at a record store. I worked in music. Like, I did things, but, like, you have so when you want to work in music,
right,
and then when you work in music, you see music is different than what you thought it was going to be, and I'm sure it's the same for wrestling, you know, but it's like, you know, you have this view, and then, you know, you see like just backstabbing and the shitty things that people do, you know, and you're just like, man, like, I just want all these people to get on. Like, I'm doing everything I can to get these people on, and it's like they're not doing the same thing.
Right.
You know, so it's like Dave is like the enthusiastic guy who's like, this is what, you know, like the life is really about, and it's about love and family and looking forward to the future, and it's not about all the bad shit. And that's what he's always telling me, like, stop watching the news.
That's crazy.
Don't read the comments. Like, he's always saying those things to me, like, why are you watching the news? It's full of sad shit. I'm like, because at the end they talk about something good.
Well, it's crazy though, because it's like, knowing Dave, like, I would have never, I don't see him as that, but
that's really who Dave is. You know, like, for, like,
well,
you come over, Dave's fun thing is to talk shit to you.
Yes, he puts on a front. He wants to,
like,
he's a bad fucking ass.
Yeah,
Shut
well,
up.
like, he's not like, he likes to talk shit to you. You guys like to talk shit to each other.
It's like brother sister type, like, bickering.
Exactly.
It's very bickering. But it's like, no, it's like, I get it.
But Dave is a very forward-looking guy. He's a very future-looking guy.
Good.
He always has these dreams, and he can change careers in his brain in like 8 seconds. Like, he can go from an artist to a bike builder to some, you know, to a graffiti artist to back to an, you know, just like a million fucking things. And I'm just like, what?
Right.
I'm like, Mom, Bob.
But the thing is, though, I think it's good, though, having both of you individuals. It's like how you look at life and how he looks at life. Because then when you have two people like that, you're like, okay, let's...
Well, like, he and I are yin and yang, right?
Yes,
so he's the dreamer, and he comes up with these ideas. But I'm the realist, and
like,
I'm the detail person.
Yes, you're
and
like, well...
But, like, I can figure out how to make it happen. Like, the more realistic version.
Yes.
So if he's like, this is what I want to do, and
you're
I go,
like,
okay,
you have
this
to
is
do
what
this
we can
and
do.
this and this and this first to do this.
Right, or we have to
Yes.
get all of these things together before we go here.
Yes.
Like, I understand you want this, but these things have to happen before.
Yes.
You know, so, like, and I know sometimes he doesn't like hearing those things from me because I feel like Debbie Downer, but it's more realistic.
Yeah.
You know,
it's factual. Like, it's real life. Sometimes that's the thing, though. You need somebody to counteract you.
But his ability to, like, just dream all the time. Like, for me, I feel like sometimes when you grow up the way I did, you don't have a lot of hope. You know, like, you don't.
That's so sad.
No, it's not about being sad.
I know,
But,
but
I feel like when you know, it's like you just keep grinding it out, right? And you see your family struggle and suffer.
You gotta get by.
And then you just see things like, you know, for my mom. Like, you know, like, my mom had a hard life growing up. Yes. And then she, you know, had us, and they had a hard life. And then my mom died at 49. Mm-hmm. It's like, literally, like, my mom struggled her whole life. Mm-hmm. And there was times she had joy and stuff, but then her passing away made me think, like, what if that's me? What if that happens? Like, what if I die at 49? Like, what can I do to live the best, like, my best life?
Right.
Be my best self.
And to let your kids know, or your survivors know that, like, they're on the right track. Like, to direct them in the light, you know?
Right. And for me, like, Dave is a person who's gave me, like, you know, to look at life different. Mm-hmm. You know? And I feel like it's made me, like, I don't want to say, like, a nicer person, but a nicer person. You know, like, I didn't give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You know, like, I just seen people as, like, everybody's shady until you see they're not shady. But now I'm the opposite way. I give people the benefit of the doubt, like, probably more so than Dave. I think people have the best of intentions.
Right.
And there's a very, minute amount of people who don't.
Well, I think the thing is, too, the older that we get, we can see that from our past.
Right.
You know? So it's like, you know, we see how shit was in our past, but it's like the older we get, we're like, okay, like, we see that you're making that effort. So it's like, we're like, okay, like.
So, you know, it's the Grinch and people just think, meh. But for me, that it has, like, a whole different meaning than just, you
Yeah.
know, like what Christmas is about.
Right.
And seeing
And it's a
something
great
different.
movie. I mean,
It's funny. Definitely funny.
dude, it's fucking, yeah. I actually, because it's on Netflix right now.
Oh, nice.
So the thing is, too, Netflix and Hulu and all them are very weird with fucking Christmas movies right now. So it's like, oh, sometimes it's like this wasn't even available yet, but it's like The Grinch is on Netflix because I watched it and I'm like, oh, like he was, yeah. I think that was a very good rendition of like the original.
Well, especially to take something that was 30 minutes and turn it into
Right.
a
An
2-hour movie.
Yeah, like an hour and 40 whatever minute, but
Without like making it something different.
one of the
than
thing
it
is
was.
too is like Jim Carrey is like, he's batshit crazy, but when he's in a role, he is so engulfed in that role.
Right.
Like it's amazing.
Now he's painting, and he's painting like a
Really?
machine, dude. He is painting like a machine. Like he is a giant Trump troll. Like you should after this, you should Google.
Okay.
He has like
Everybody
a million
Google
paintings of
fucking Jim Carrey and stuff.
all of his pictures, all of his paintings. Yeah, he's spending like all his time, and he does like he has a show. I think it's on Showtime.
Okay.
Maybe. I think it's on Showtime. But anyway, they're like, isn't he on set all the time? And they're like, no, because he's painting. Like, he devotes the majority of his time
But he
to
can do that.
painting.
It's so great, though, that he's like, I'm an actor, I'm a whatever. But you know what? Right now in life, I'm going to paint.
Yeah, and he...
Like, that's
and,
fucking great.
But that's what he said. Like, I'm a painter. And he's devoting his time to that. Like, that's what he
crazy,
is.
man.
Like, he's... and they said something like, do you think you're going to go back to stand-up? And he's like, not now. Like, not right now.
Like, you have to be in that place in your life.
Yeah, and he's painting right now, and that's what he wants to do. So that's amazing.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, side note, I heard Tim Allen is going on tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would love to see Tim Allen live.
Maybe we can send stuff out. Oh, you know what? Like, I know this episode is going super long.
Oh, yeah.
We're at like 2:22 today.
But to be fair, thank you for everybody that's watching. We actually have watchers right now.
6
so,
of them.
Yeah.
That's actually amazing
so
after
fuck
2 hours and 22 minutes.
And on a Friday, let's be honest.
And
So.
and the majority of our friends are at Twistmas right now. I like to point out. And we're not. But still, they're still here. See how it is moving.
I know, it's moving, but we're not seeing it.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, there's getting more comments. And it
Look,
it moves it up by one thing.
We just hit Michael.
Yeah, and that was like 2 hours ago.
But no, we love you guys.
Yeah, and we're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Down and we'll push it back to space. Walk into the sadness and understand my place. Feeling that drives me, keeps you in your place. Throwing it down on the table while you play. Standing outside, say you don't want to play. Throw it in your face and nothing you can say. Step right back, Thumpfluid, come your way. I said we come your way. So my best advice is just to step back. We all got problems, but I know in any case it's all what we make of them we put up in our face. Some can't cope and others can't keep pace, but we do our best and that keeps us in the race. Making it real and keeping it up front. Got no room for degenerate little wrongs. People who lie and selfishly take away. Step right back, Thumpfluid, come your way. I said we come your way. So my best advice is just to step right back. awry. You think you're taking me down? Not this time, try to lie. So listen to my words and understand why. And we're driven, yeah. The limit, the sky ain't no stopping us now. As we trees and we talk to the yourself boys. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we want. I'm the military brother, that's what we want. I see you walking up tonight. I see that brandishing look in your eye. You think you're taking me down? Well, now this time, try to lie. I got God's right.
I had something happen to me that, you know, I don't believe in an afterlife, Jeff. You know this. You know me for a little while now. But I'll tell you this, I've got poltergeists. I've got poltergeists in my fucking house.
Really? Why don't you just fucking move?
I don't know what's more than one. Poultergeests?
I think it's like goose.
Oh my god.
So like you're just gonna pluralize it.
There's
So it's poltergeist.
at least two. And I'll tell you what, like I'll be dead asleep. And then all of a sudden, I'll wake up, and it's like somebody's pressing down on my chest. And then all of a sudden, they're jerking me off real hard.
Well, why don't you just move?
Why would you move?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like Dan Aykroyd in the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. And it's weird, because I'll be laying there, and then this hard jerking starts, and the bed's shaking, the lamps are flying around the room, there's loud moaning, and then I come, and then all the pressure's off of me. Now, it could be a dream. It could be a weird dream I'm having. But I don't know. It just seems like there's probably ghosts that are touching me. And, you know...
like you made it sound super bad right there.
Yeah, it's like... I keep waiting for that little lady from Poultergeist to show up and say,
Carol Ann,
go out of the light. Come in the light. Come on me. Come. Just come. Come back.
Yeah, I wouldn't move either, I guess.
Yeah.
That's better than having a girlfriend. You don't have to talk to him.
This is the best apartment I've ever had.
We were talking about Jared Collins almost knocking me out earlier, so we might as well play one of his songs. This is from our live event we had in Ada, Ohio, at a place that also doesn't exist anymore. I like to think that when we throw a live event at your venue, we will make sure that you do not have successful business thereafter. It's kind of like a curse. No.
No.
That's not true. Please let us come to your place.
Yes.
We need a place. But this is Jared Collins, A Travelin' Man.
I left the ceiling in Washington, the Tulsa summer around Oregon, in California, mobile stunning hub. Everybody just go looking new better. I make my way on down the road, just killing time and people. Life of a traveling man. Born in Utah, that done so fast. I cut her in two pieces with my axe. One more pass and took out the rat hole. 6 in Nebraska, coffee days go so slow. I made my way, come down the road, just killing time and people. Life of a traveling man. In Iowa, Illinois, I'm killing, and in Kentucky now. Jam Hall became my victim, and in Ohio and Pennsylvania. I lived where women strangle now. I finally made it out here Life of a traveling man. Yeah, life of a traveling man.
I was watching this show about the Winchester Mystery House. Have you heard about this thing? What it is
the lady that just kept building and building and building
you know
and
about
building.
it.
Yeah.
Where did you hear about that at?
It was on the Travel Channel or something like that.
Right, man, crazy. What it was the man who invented the Winchester rifle.
Yeah.
His wife, after he passed away, his wife was convinced that she was being haunted by the ghosts of people that were shot by the gun.
Yeah.
So, in order to elude these ghosts, she would just build her house constantly. She had contractors tear down things and rebuild them in different ways.
All the time.
And had stairways to nowhere.
Doorways
that led to
to nowhere.
And it was all to confuse the ghosts. She would move her bedroom around and shit. It's so fucking interesting to me. I can't get enough information in about that because it's like I keep reading and reading more about it because it's just what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it almost seems like literally like those contractors were probably like, "Hey, lady, I saw a ghost the other day." Can you imagine that? Guess what? We need to tear this wall down. I'm telling you. If we don't tear this wall down, we're going to have a serious poltergeist situation.
Yeah, I found some Indian remains in the basement the other day. What's that all about?
Yeah. Poltergeist.
I think you need another edition.
Yeah. Did you know that, like, I always knew the story of the little girl that died in Poultergeist, from Poultergeist movies.
Yeah.
Did you know that after the first one was made, that the old girl that plays her older sister got murdered? Like, right after that. What else? I was reading all these crazy things today about weird things that happen on movie sets. Like, did you know that Jim Caviezel guy that played Jesus got struck by lightning twice while they were making that movie?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and
No.
like,
That's not
there was one about The Omen where, like, a dude had, like, I forget what happened. He had a car crash or some shit on a road that was, there was a sign that said Omen, O-M-M-E-N, 66 kilometers, I think. He was in, like, Germany or some shit like that, and that must be a town there.
Jesus.
Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff like that. And the guy that, he played the chief in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He also died on he was in, like, the second Poltergeist movie. He died shortly after that, after he made that too. And The Exorcist has, like, 7
the Reverend
things.
There was somebody else.
In The Exorcist,
you remember
the Reverend passed away.
Poltergeist 3?
Yeah.
When the little girl was brought back, but
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
the
like
old
already.
dude?
She was already.
That old fucking dude?
Yeah.
I think that might have just been because he was old, though. He was
really old. But she was already starting. You can tell she's like sick. I think she was like puffy the whole movie, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Poltergeist 3, wasn't it a apartment tower?
Yeah,
or
you're right.
Was that
with the mirror? There was mirrors
yes,
and shit.
Yes, yeah.
That was probably the one that frightened me the most, I believe. And I don't know why. Maybe it was just that apartment was really weird, because sometimes those, like, old 80s apartments can seem really fucking creepy. Shit, the ones in Kenton, the Eagles Point apartments, I lived out there, they're just so fucking weirdly put together that, like, if you're alone in the apartment, you can get creeped out really easily. We should move into another song.
We're gonna hit you a double shot of ZTO Radio action.
I love it when we, like, completely lose energy. Like in one segment we're like, hey, and then the next segment we're like, hey, how's it going? It's just interesting. But let's hit a double shot here. We got Scarecrow Sideshow. That's a band out of Toledo, I believe. And then we're going to play a little Strange Findings clip, and we'll be back after this. The only difference between Elvis Costello and what's that one dude's name? Oh, fuck.
Elvis Presley.
No, the guy that sings the Toy Story songs.
Fucking Randy Newman.
Yeah, the only difference is like Randy Newman is like Elvis Costello after he got hit in the back of the head with a brick. Like, think about it. What's that one Elvis Costello song? What is it? What's so peace, love, and understanding. Whoa! Yeah. But then, like, Randy Newman would be like they hit him with they hit Elvis Costello with a brick, and then he's Randy Newman, and he goes, what's the words? What's
peace, love, and understanding?
What's so funny? Whoa, that's what it is. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Elvis Costello is like, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa! And then, like, somebody hits him with a brick, and then it's, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa!
Left foot, right foot, walking through the woods. Left foot, right foot, walking through the woods.
Red-headed lady, reaching for an apple.
There was $1 million song right there.
Wait, what is that Toy Story song? It's you got a friend in me.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me. Now think about Elvis Costello singing that. He'd be like, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. He's just like a little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
I know.
What's up?
Now next time,
you got a friend.
Next time you hear an Elvis Costello song, sing it like Randy Newman, and you'll get a good laugh out of your day.
I have giant Caucasian balls.
It's a nice little clip you got there.
I like your clips.
Like your clips. Check out your clips.
Tweak your clips.
Check out your clips sometime.
Okay, we are back, and I went ahead and played a little Destracore after that tune, just to give you a little extended heavy metal play.
Yeah, double shot.
A
As
double
I would
shot.
say.
The double shot, as they would say in the business. But what else was on my mind? Oh, the fucking explosion in China. Well, did you see that shit?
When? When was this?
Yesterday.
I missed this.
You didn't see this? 21 tons of TNT blew up in the middle of this China city. Blew the fucking shit up, man. I mean, like, people are blocks and blocks away from this thing, and it blows up a little bit, and then it just looks like a nuclear bomb, man. It's and you see the impact in the cameras. You know, it like shakes them, and you can just tell. But yeah, and the death toll has been adding. You know, since last night it was like 17, and then today it was like 70. You know, and you see like the aftermath photos, and it's like just burn out cars and like for miles, like shit just fucked up. And I was talking about it to my wife last night, and she said, "Why would they be transporting all that TNT in the same place?" And I said, "Well, how the hell else do they transport TNT?" They almost always, this could happen anywhere. They could be transporting TNT any place in the world, and this could happen. But it just so happened that this was a hazardous materials warehouse. Yeah. So there was probably other shit that blew up too. Yeah. The one video I saw was someone speaking English. So it was probably someone that was touring there or on business there. But he was like, "Holy fuck. What the fuck is that?" Like, I mean, he probably thought that the world was ending at that moment because the explosion just totally lit up his camera and everything. It might even have fucked his phone up, you know, like one of those things. But yeah, a lot of people missed that story
because it wasn't white people.
It wasn't anymore. It wasn't black people because Black Lives Matter. Even if you're Bernie Sanders. Did you see that by any chance? Bernie Sanders?
No, I haven't.
Do you know who he is? He's running for president. Well, look him up because he's probably the guy I'm going to vote for. He's really reasonable. He knows what he's talking about. I love his accent. That also sells it too. He's a good guy trying to do good things. But these Black Lives Matter people, just like, he was having a rally, and you don't hear about him on normal news channels and stuff that much because he's kind of like on the internet. Like, you look him up on YouTube, there's just he's all up and down YouTube. I mean, and his rallies are packed. But these people just hijacked his fucking rally and jumped on the mic before he could even say a word, and started telling. I think it was Nevada or Vermont. I can't remember which state it was. It might even have been. Yeah, I think he is from Vermont. It might have been people from his own state
yeah,
telling him how racist the state was, which isn't the point. There are racist people everywhere. I don't know what. All lives matter. Black lives aren't the most important ones overall. I mean, everyone should matter as much as the next motherfucker. Even police. I mean, honestly, I would hate. I want some level of police. You know what I'm saying? Some people want no police at all. I want a moderate level of police. I want them to be there in case a psychopath is in my yard or some shit, you know, or some pedophiles walking around my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But they don't need to be killing people all the time. They probably don't even need to have deadly weapons. They could probably deal with stun guns. What's the ones with the rubber balls that fucking shoot people? Riot bullets and whatever. But I don't know. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then in Ferguson right now they have the Oath Keepers. Have you heard of them?
No, I have not.
Man, I'm bringing all the news to you. Oath Keepers are protecting the police. So what you see is like a wall of police that are fully outfitted in riot gear and helmets, shields, and then in front of them are just some militia type dudes with their guns from home protecting the police. shit's going crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All kinds of shit going on. All kinds of shit going on.
It's not good. We don't need to be digressing.
No.
We need to be progressing.
Exactly.
And I think all this stuff lends its hand to it because, you know, the idea of the Confederate flag, all you're doing is trying to draw a line in the sand and say you're either on this side or you're that side. And you can't do that to people because guess what? It's not black and white.
No.
It's Derek Jeter. Okay? So deal with it.
And the thing is, there's a big hubbub. They want to get rid of the prisoner of war flag. They're trying to say that's racist.
Against
and
who?
insensitive. I guess against Vietnamese people. Because back whenever the Vietnam veterans were coming back from the war and people were assholes to them unnecessarily. I don't understand that. These people are over there seeing the most horrifying things you could ever see and dealing with the worst circumstances ever. And then they come home and then assholes who are probably hippies, honestly.
Probably hippies. Fucking hippies, man. Jesus.
But, I mean,
peace, love, and fuck that guy.
There's nothing wrong with hippies, but that's an odd position to take if you're all about love and stuff. Some guy comes back and he's all fucked up because he just saw a bunch of kids blow up or whatever. You know, any number of items that you might have seen in Vietnam. And then you spit on him and shit. No, the prisoner of war flag is not racist against it or offensive to anybody. It shouldn't be. That's just remembering people that died in a horrible way. And if you're offended by that, get your own flag. You know?
Yeah.
Remembering your fallen soldiers. Because war is stupid anyways. But let's go into another little song here. A little Deflagration. Taking it back also to the early 2000s. So this is Chrome Bastard Machine. Enjoy it. are back again.
We are back.
Did you know that Bradley Cooper played the Elephant Man in a play on like Broadway or something like that?
No.
And the thing about it is, the tradition with the Elephant Man play is that the actor doesn't use makeup or prosthetics. So what he has to do is contort his face and body to as fucked up as he can to make himself look like the Elephant Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how fucking hard do you think that is for Bradley Cooper?
It's not possible.
Yeah, but I've seen him contorted. I've seen photos of him like all contorted and shit. It's really humorous, man. Like he's like,
It's funny.
He's all twisted up, but
you're still not physically deformed.
Yeah, no, he's all deformed, but he's shirtless and he's like ripped. So it's like, yeah, you're deformed, but God, you get those weights going, don't you? Yeah. But yeah, I think that probably does it for this episode. We're gonna leave you with a clip from a documentary I'm working on right now. It's just a little bit of audio from a roundtable we had, like, God, over a year and a half ago or something like that. It was back when our comedian friend Joe Dees got punched in the face on stage. Do you remember that at all?
No. Was it on purpose?
No. They have a weekly comedy show at the Holiday Inn in Lima. But it's always got to be a clean show because they're giving them the space to do this. So they made an agreement. It's always clean. They're not going to do dirty stuff. And it was kind of, they did let them slide a little bit at the beginning, but then it became an issue of like a family come in to, check into a room with their kid and they heard like dirty comedian talk from another room. So they decided, we'll just do it clean. Just let us keep doing it here. Well, this comedian back then, his name is BK Irons. He was up on stage and our friend Joe Dees was running the show. And this guy started like talking all filthy and shit. So Joe went up there and said, you're going to have to stop. I told you beforehand not to do that. You know the rules here. Your set's done. And he tried to get the mic from him. Well, the dude threw the mic. And then when Joe looked to see if the mic was like broken or anything, because he just threw it, he fucking sucker punched him right in the face. And it's all on video. The fucking shit went viral, like, right as soon as it happened. It was like, I think it's like 400,000 people it hit within like 3 days had seen this video. And he got interviewed on TV and shit. Like, all these weird people kept getting a hold of me, too, to, like, talk to him. But, yeah, it's we're doing this documentary called Carving a Smile. It's going to cover, like, where we started doing the podcast, and it's going to kind of follow the trajectory of the Takeover podcast and kind of ZTOTV in general, but then it's going to branch off into what Randy has been doing in Columbus, and then also what Joe's been doing over in Lima. But it's going to cover that section of time where, because we never released any of the stuff. We have a whole roundtable we taped in multiple angles, of some local comedians and Joe Dees at Gromy's talking about the incident. But after it happened, there was such a bunch of shit that happened, like people were saying we were trying to get a lot of attention off of it and whatever, which we were. I mean, fuck yeah. It was going big, so we were trying to like tap into that a little bit, but also we didn't want to look like dickheads that were just trying to cash in on something. But we have this good material, and finally it's come to I've been allowed to release it, basically. So I put this documentary together that's not focused on that, but that's part of it.
You got Morgan Freeman narrating it?
No, I don't know who I'm going to have narrate it. I've got parts written out, but...
you need somebody that can really talk smooth.
Yeah, I was thinking...
the words just fly off the
I was
page.
thinking of trying to get a hold of Matt Zickafus and seeing if he could do it, because he's got a radio voice. Like, better than...
Oh, yeah, he could just read it off the page like this, and he's just...
Yeah. So I was thinking of maybe doing that, but he's kind of busy with his family and stuff. We'll see what happens. But any final words on this episode?
Statue.
Statue? That's a good one. Fire truck. You got a
Blueberry.
You got a kitty on your lap. A kitten.
Kitten.
A kitten.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy this clip. And we'll see you next time. Keep your powder dry. Dan's, for some reason, received just abuse from Gerald White, especially. I got plenty of them.
He jumped in real late in the game.
Dan Fraley, you are a piece of shit nut rider. You on here acting like Joe didn't put hands on him first. You need to sit your old ass down and fall back trying to be the internet enforcer. Lame. LMMAO. I don't know what that is.
Well, the extra M is... That's a stutter, is what that is.
And then he says, we will make the city pop if you like it or not.
Yes.
And Dan Fraley is a depressed, horrible stain to stand up.
That part's true.
No, yeah. We all know that. Tell me something I don't know.
It's obvious.
It's actually in his Facebook profile.
Yeah, it's right underneath my name.
He also goes on to say you're a soft backup dancer. Don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
What, you're a soft backup dancer?
I would be offended if I knew what the fuck that even meant.
No.
I would be like, what does that mean?
Let's ignore that. I want to meet a hard backup dancer.
I think so does he. I think that's the problem.
Kevin Federline?
I'm the best backup dancer here.
Yeah, the hardest backup dancer,
Kevin
of course.
Federline's making
it was
a comeback.
Kevin Federline, and that didn't go well. That literally came from one comment, because after the racism thing is when I laid it all out. Here's what you said, and here's why it's a lie. Here's what you said, here's why it's a lie. And that was the just tidal wave of like 20 or so of his friends just blah, blah, blah. Gerald comes in about a day into it. He witnessed the whole thing, he didn't. And all this stuff, and that's where it came from. Oh, you're this, you're that, and you're not good, and you suck, and you're fat, and you're ugly. I'm like, listen, I'm fat and I'm ugly, I'll give you that.
Right.
I'll give you that. That's fine. Comic, I'm better than you. That's all I need. Like, that's...
the video that he put up of you, and he put crickets in the background.
Yeah.
He must not understand that all comedians... No one comes out of the box with like gold. You have to work your pieces.
Right.
You have to mold your jokes and work out the kinks.
When you actually write jokes, Mike.
Right.
You actually have to write a joke
Mm-hmm.
and to work it out, rather than taking 5 minutes every week to go up there, ramble about whatever
To
was
his
said.
friends.
Yeah, to your
About
friends.
who knows.
And be like, I killed it. I'm the greatest thing that's ever happened on God's green earth. You actually have had to have taken the time to write a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And with the cricket video, with the cricket one involved, I actually at first there was a comment I put up. I said, "Listen, you found a video where I had a bit that didn't work. What he did not know is that was the second time I'd ever done that on stage. I'd written it a week before. It was new. I hadn't tried it before. It didn't go over. That happens.
Nobody
but
has
you
to
correct
defend
it.
their material.
No, I don't have to defend. But I'm saying, and you correct it. But I didn't say like that fact that he didn't like it. I'm like, I don't care if you like it. Yeah, it didn't get over. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
Like that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me what he said about it. It's just like I wrote material.
He
I
doesn't
don't
need-
think he ever wrote material. I really don't.
He doesn't need to defend his material either. Everybody has their own style of comedy. Like there's no comedian should judge another comedian
by their form.
Right. Like
It's how you act.
what's not funny to you, what's not funny to him is a guy who tells cerebral jokes. And that's not funny to lots of people. And what's not funny to Dan is a guy who goes up and clowns. And that's not funny to a lot of people also.
You also have to have respect for the art form itself. And
Right.
if you have none of that, then forget about it.
That's the real. These are the real problems.
I have giant Caucasian balls.
How dare you?
Ready? Nipples, go.
It smells like a big pile of shit in here.
Alcohol.
Shit bums.
You love your guns? You own any? Alcohol. Who gives a fuck? It's a beautiful time of the year. Motherfucker. Strumpoli. 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 Always watch what the fuck you say.
You shit bums.